corporate recruiter here to review your resumes. The resume we have up first, a software engineer intern, which could just be replaced as a industry intern. Every single intern, with the exception of masters and PhDs, are the same. If you're an accountant, the same. If you're a software engineer, the same. They're really only going to be looking for four specific things: that you are currently enrolled in college or some form of degree education thing, that you have a basic knowledge of the individual thing you are interning for, so whatever that is. In this case, for a software engineer, that would be like a language, library, SQL, cloud, RESTful APIs, maybe a little bit of AI. That's it. And the ability to work well with others, because you need to show that in your resume if you are an intern, unless you have like 5 or 6 other internships that can actually prove that you can work well with others, and takes direction and criticism. Do you need to prove that you are the best ever and you can absolutely own the company one day? No, you need to prove that you know a basic knowledge of your industry, that you can work well with others and be led, because that is your job as an intern, is to be led. So can I find that in 20 seconds? Probably a little bit. This person's ratio is 75-1, which is how many applications it takes to get an interview. Anything 50 and below is good. Anything 50 and above is bad. So this person takes them around 75 applications to get an interview. So I imagine there's some slight things wrong with this that would cause me to not move forward with them, but it shouldn't take too long to change. And go. Okay. Degree. Okay, worked with a team member, support dining hall operations while supporting feedback. Solid. Kind of okay. Took duration for position, organized 3-person team to build. Okay. Wow, yeah, you do model rates. Okay, developed a filter songs using Java. Okay, you actually did. Yeah, this is about a 1 in 75. This will not pass the vast majority of basically recruiters, but should not take an incredible amount of time to fix. So what did this person say to me? I try to read their notes after I review them, because I think it gives me more like what it would be like if I was reviewing this for real. So they are an international student that transferred to the U.S., currently on a visa. Okay, so that note was not as relevant, but that is okay. So here's what I would suggest. Do I love that you show that you can work as a team? Yeah, I do. Actually, that's solid. The thing is, you should probably put this above this. And you actually focus too much, and I hate saying this, on the working well with others and takes direction, and not quite enough with the tech stack. So, but this is why you're getting a 1 in 75 and not like a 1 in 300, is because you have them all. Their order is just a little bit wrong. So how I would like you to fix this is switch this with this, right? Yeah, technically that is out of order, but that's fine. I know it's a little weird, but actually, you know what? No, I'm going to change my mind. It is okay to keep this first, but you're going to want to move this to one line. So instead of culinary associate at dining center and work cooperatively with team members, I don't want you to like just state it. I want you to show it. So I would say worked with team members, right? You don't need cooperatively. It is sort of implied. 2, and I don't want to just say support dining hall operations while adapting to feedback. I want to say, support, let's say, worked with team members to, what did you do, right? Like, cook food? That's okay. Cooking food in a rush hour while listening to your manager is fine. So, worked, like, we could even say cooked food, right? Or whatever it is you did, while customers were giving directions and managers were whatever, like, let's say, what did you say? How did you say this? Yeah, this reads too corporate, right? This is my problem. I know it's a software engineer resume and I haven't talked anything about software yet, but this is actually critical and you want to put it there. So I would say, first off, what did you do, right? I'm assuming you're a cook. So I would say cooked multiple meals while listening to customer feedback and management feedback in a shifting work environment. That's it. That's all you need to say, right? While maintaining accuracy. Because that's the thing, is maintaining accuracy and meeting deadlines in food is weird. This is my example resume. It's what you should all use. The link is below. And this is how I would like you to write it, right? Is like handled large lunch rush by providing customer service and multitasking. Those are the things that they need show while making their food, which resulted in X and Y. You don't have to do this part. This is closer to how I want you to write that than this. This reads very corporate-y, and no one who cooks a hamburger is going to read manage multiple tasks consecutively during peak hours while maintaining accuracy and deadlines. Doesn't make sense. So now we go down to here. So, took directions from the professor, I like that, and organized a 3-person team to calculate and build new models. So this is actually good. You just need to shrink this a little bit, and I want you to combine this. So here's how I would say instead is created a, a simulation model using Python and C++, under directions from the professor and a 3-person team to build a model that explains the survival rate of cancer cells under radiation. That is how I want you to change it. So again, you have the right stuff here, but the way you phrase them is awkward. Then we go down here, and again, I want to see your tech stack in the first line, right? A lot of people say, they try to put the tech stack at the end. This is the most important stuff. This should be like right here, right? Developed a song search app using Java, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Git to filter and search songs according to user requirements, right? Applied OO principles to build the backend components. I need a little bit more. So again, you are on the right track. You just need a little bit more of the keywords, essentially, and you need to phrase your sentences in a way that is not so pontificated. Basically, you're talking, why use many big word when small word be good? And I have that problem myself sometimes, but the focus on your bullet points needs to be the keywords, and what a keyword is this stuff, but it is not a qualification, which is what we're looking for. Just to be clear, a qualification is keyword plus how you did it, plus the reason or result you did it, plus where you did it. And you need a little bit more keywords because you actually have the how you did it, and you have most of it the reason or result. You just need to plug the right ones in there and make it so that they are first rather than later, and focus on the other stuff differently in the sentences, and you should be fine. So that's all I can do for this resume. Let's go to the next one, but before I do, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help me out if you like this video, if you comment, you share it with your friends and family, and if you ever need help, please join my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST at twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter, and I will see you in the next resume, which is right now. I don't know where I'm doing. This is not the end of the video. Next resume. This is an HR data analyst, which is mostly the same as a regular data analyst. There's like one or two few differences though. So what we need is degree. The thing that is different is industry. So we're going to want HRISs, UKG, Ready, ADP, Workday, Paycom. And notice how I said HRISs, not necessarily ATSs. They may want a little bit of ATS, but most of what I've seen focus primarily on the HRIS side, which is, to everybody at home who has no idea what that is basically a Workday is an HRIS first, which is a human resource information system, and a ATS fifth, despite it only having two things. So an ATS is basically how recruiters track candidates. It's like a filing cabinet, works on a first come first serve basis. And HRIS is much more robust and basically can do like tracking pay and vacations and a ton of other stuff. So primarily going to be with some type of HRIS. We need data visualization, a little bit of SQL. I need you stakeholders, and I need you to show me how you talk to them and explain complex like HR topics to them. I need to know that you know the policies and law of human resources, which again, different from recruitment. Side note, just had this chat in my live stream, but recruiters don't consider themselves HR, and HR doesn't consider recruiters HR. Those jobs are dramatically different. It's kind of like how a tech support is technically an IT, and so is a software engineer and a data analyst, despite them all being dramatically different jobs. I need MS Excel critical. This was in almost every single one, especially VLOOKUP. That was in like almost every single job. If you do not show VLOOKUP, you will probably get rejected. Multiple projects and deadlines, and a bonus for actually, I don't think I saw that bonus. That was specifically for the other one. So this is for a data analyst for HRIS. And you have a terrible ratio, so I'm expecting not to find any of this. All right. So let's see. Can I find it in 20 seconds? Will it be yeeted or deleted? Probably yeeted because, you have a 1 in 150. And go. All right. Can't use this. All right. Where's your degree? There's your education. Okay. Lead talent analytics, label market intelligence across 500. That is not relevant. Built Tableau and Power BI dashboards. That's good. Availability, diversity, metric, compensation, benchmarks. That's actually really good. I don't know if I need the percentages of time to fill though, which I do understand because I am in recruitment. Workforce planning, not needed. Partner with C-level to translate data. Okay. So yeah, you don't have, in fact, I'm going to hazard a guess. They're in the chat right now in my live stream. Viewers at home, what do you think I'm going to say? And the answer to that is I actually don't see most of this stuff. That's kind of the problem, is you shoved it in here. So let me read what you wrote. I've been applying for the last 6 months with no interview calls. I want to target analytical positions focused on talent, people, and HR. So if you're focusing entirely on talent and people, you may want ATS as well as HRIS. But if you noticed, I said, you need Excel and VLOOKUP. And I found none of that. And I also saw absolutely nothing about HRIS. I don't see, I actually don't see the HRIS. And I do know these. These are ones I know. I'm in recruitment. I know the adjacencies of HRISs. They're like UKG, ADP, Workday, Paycom, those kind of things. I did not see it. I also did not see VLOOKUP. So the problem with this is this has nothing somebody would want for a HR data analyst. You have two kind of good sentences. One, it's this, because you said built Tableau and Power BI dashboards, and you told me why you did it. That's good. But then, again, it's not... I want to know that it reduced time to fill, but I don't really want you to just say the percentage, right? You could just say compensation benchmarks to reduce time to fill. And how did you improve efficiency by 30%? This is the time every single see somebody say this is improved efficiency by 30%. How? How did you measure efficiency? Nobody measures overall efficiency like that. Like, yeah, there are KPIs and stuff, but nobody just says, well, your overall efficiency is 22% below metrics. It's usually like your time to fill is below X, your feedback from managers is above. No one has a just efficiency metric. So this sentence, though, I do like. I don't like the number. So we need to delete this and start again. So first off, put it in this formatting. Second off, I want you to focus on what's actually here, right? Like HR, I need an HRIS. I need you to at least mention it. I need you to mention Excel and VLOOKUPs. Those are critical. And every single one I saw, those were there. I also need policy law. Excuse me. This, kind of okay. So, again, this is part of your problem. And also, I hate saying this, if you are in need of a visa, you are in extra trouble, mainly because the talent acquisition industry, HR, and HR in general, is down right now. Like, out of everything, HR is down. Whenever we're in a recession, whenever the economy is bad, people in human resources and talent acquisition are the first to get axed. And you are going to struggle even more than most people to get into talent acquisition or HR as a, data analyst, simply because of the overall economy is even worse for them. So I want you, now contract wise, you may be able to do it, but I want you to delete this. This does not have anything, and I want you to fix it up, right? Instead of lead talent metrics, I want to see, led data analytics of our HRIS systems, and then maybe put in parentheses, because sometimes companies have more than one, which is a nightmare to work with. I've been there. And I want you to mention Excel. I need you to mention VLOOKUP. I need you to mention the actual stuff that is relevant to that, because nothing in here can be counted. So that's all I can do for this one. They are in my stream, so I'm going to talk to them right now. But for everybody else, next resume. This is a resume of, I actually fully don't know. They said senior systems analyst, but systems analyst is kind of too broad as a title, because that could be a bunch of different stuff. And these are the most important part of your resume. And if I get those wrong, it's bad. And I don't know every industry. I have to look these up beforehand. So if you give me a job title that is too broad, I can't really help you, because I don't know which of these to look for. So I do teach you how to look for them yourself. It's on my guide. The link is in my link tree. It's free. So I'm going to hazard a guess that maybe this is just kind of like a analyst. See, I don't know. So I'm going to have to judge this and do what I believe are the keywords, which is not a way I like doing it. So let me read what this person wrote. They had a 1 in 25, which is actually fantastic. That's a good ratio. I have a wealth of experience in different sectors, and my roles have been varied over my career. I've had many different roles and levels of responsibility between 2018 to 2025. I work from home full-time and recently accepted a job in a large city. I found that I do not like the commute, and I'm desperate to get another work-from-home job. I do not blame you. I personally love work from home. It's my favorite. Therefore, I'm not tied to the analyst role, but I think it's my safest bet to get. Do I need to tailor the resume to each specific role that I'd apply to? No. Here's what you need to do. First off, find a job title, right? Find a job title that works. Data analyst, systems analyst, if you can find them, whatever. You need to find a job title. Then you go through until you find about 15 of those jobs that have good qualifications. Again, not every job posting is good. A lot of the times the people that wrote them messed up, and you cannot rely for them to find the keywords. So take about 15 good ones of a particular job title, and then tailor your resume to that job title. Use that tailored resume to mass apply. Once you do that, you will not need to redo it for every resume, because that way actually hurts your chances. So first things first, pick a job title, which I guess I was correct in why I could not find it because it was broad, is because you gave me a very broad title, and you can't. You need to make it specific. So find a specific job title, find enough of them so that you can apply to enough of them, and then don't apply. Make your resume towards those job titles, and then in the future, anytime you ever see that come up on your job search, send your resume to that role. And that's what you want to do. Although formatting-wise, this resume is bad. So first off, delete this. Again, it needs to be in the bullet points. This, actually, you just need to kind of put this here, and I think you might be good. This is, again, not a industry I know off the top of my head. Yeah, this stuff needs to be here. So yeah, make it look like this. It is in the guide, and that is what will help you out. Like, I made a guide on my website. It's seriously the best thing ever written. It tells you literally how to do all of this. It's free. It's links below. So yeah, pick a job title, because that's your first problem. Then the stuff like this needs to be in here, and then you need to change the formatting. None of this should be bolded. The font is off. Again, it should be Arial 10.5 with a 1.5 spacing, and then this should be italicized, and you should be okay. Again, I don't know if your 1 in 25 is real or not, but I'm trying to read these to see if these are good bullet points regardless. They're okay. Again, I need the actual keywords in these. Like, a lot of people, they think that they can just put these here, but remember, we're looking for qualifications, not just keywords. But a keyword is a part of a qualification. So if you are missing the keywords, you will not move forward. But you cannot put them here, because this is just a keyword, not a qualification. I know, it's insane. But keyword plus how you did it, plus the reason or result of it, plus where you did it, equals a qualification, which is how you get a job. So that's really all I can do on this one. Again, I don't have the information to find these, and I do not want to give the bad. If I give these wrong, it's all bad. So I next resume, best I can do. We have here a mechanical engineer intern. So again, interns, pretty simple what we need. Ability to work well with others, takes direction, criticism, degree, and whatever the industry stuff is. And in this case, the industry is going to be SolidWorks, CAD, documents, industry, and what you worked on in Microsoft Office and Revit 3D. So let me clarify that real quick, because this is a mechanical engineering thing specifically. I need to see both the macro and micro industry. So I want to know that you worked on, as an example, aerospace, and then what part of aerospace did you work on? Was it wings? Was it engines? Was it coolant? I don't know. So you're going to pick a basically like broad industry. So like cars or airplanes or electricals or HVAC, and then individual within that one, I need to see what you did on it. That is a critical thing for mechanical engineering interns. That is, I don't think any other people really need to do as much in their resumes. But for all mechanical engineers, you need to do that. So, can I find that in 20 seconds? Let's find out. I don't know their ratio. They did not tell me. Go. All right. No. At least you graduated, though. Analyze dual compressors. HVAC. Okay, good. What? Then you ruined it with numbers. Temperature difference. Electrical load. No. Model and multi-stage gearbox. You have SolidWorks. Okay, and you already mentioned that. And rejection. This is not terrible, though. I actually don't think this is not a eat it and delete it. This is you're close, but you're not quite there. I don't have any internship or research experience. I'm not sure what to do given I only have projects. The unknown for application ratios because I haven't gotten an interview. All right. So you've done a couple of things wrong and a couple of things right. And this is not going to be a compliment sandwich, so we're doing the wrong stuff first. So first off, your formatting needs to look like this. Should look like that. This, hard to read. This, easy to read. This, a nightmare. This, easy. Then we go down to here. Again, this should be one line. This should be one line. You should delete this. No bolding. Then we go down to the projects. And that's okay to not have internships. People get jobs without internships. It's just harder. So, what you did wrong is you put a bunch of these numbers. What is this? How is this relevant? I have looked at mechanical engineering job descriptions before. I have never seen any of them ask for... I don't know what that is. I understand that's a mathematical issue or something. I don't know what that is. Don't do it. Math should not be in your resume. We recruiters don't like math unless it's commission. And in 20 seconds, you can't really figure it out. So don't do that. What you did do well, though, is you mentioned HVAC. And you mentioned chiller. So you did, in fact, mention the industry, which in this case, HVAC, which I said previously, which I didn't even look, by the way. I don't know if it was subconscious. And what you did with it, which is the chiller. Do I know what a chiller is? No, but it gives me enough context that I can maybe make an estimate. So, but then you ruined it with this calculating system coherency with steam and thermodynamics. This part I do need. And then assess temperature difference. I don't care about temperature differences. You know what I want you to write instead? Analyzed or built just analyzed HVAC, whatever it was, chillers, by using thermodynamics, CAD, Revit 3D, and Microsoft Office to create documents on it. There we go. That's what I want. And now I also do need to see that you can work well with others and takes direction and criticism. That is part of the problem. I don't see that. Again, took on the product design lead of a team of 4. I'm not looking for a leader. I am looking for a follower. Everybody does that, and it kind of bugs me. It's like every intern is like, I led this, I led that. It's like, you're not leading in this role. You're getting told what to do, and you need to do it. But people freak out. So we want to make sure that you can, follow directions. And I don't see that. Again, you mentioned CAD, but I need more skills. CAD, this doesn't count. It has to be here. Experience, core feedback. Yeah, again, you are giving the feedback. You are not receiving it. So this is the problem I have. A, you don't mention enough qualifications and keywords. B, when you mention them in the bullet points, they are too convoluted. No one knows what those are. You need to make it simpler. you did say the industry, which is good in what you did. I did like that. C, you did not tell me how you work well with others. And D, you said, if anything, that you can't take direction and criticism because you are used to a leadership role. So make those changes and you should have a much better time of getting an internship. But right now, all of those things are impacting your chances because they're going to look at this and say, okay, well, it doesn't look like they know how to use CAD. It doesn't look like they know how to use Microsoft Office. It doesn't look like they can work well with others and take direction. Declined. And that's what you're going through. Next resume. This is another mechanical engineering intern. Good. That way we can compare. I like that. So we don't know the ratio on this one, but we already know what we're looking for. So let's see in 20 seconds and go. Jet engines, okay. SolidWorks, precise drawings, scrap metal, good. Predetermined design in Simonix, which maybe that's needed. The best airflow. Criticism is solid. Ever withstand loads. Analyze engine performance using lat crack. Work with machine engine tubing. So this is better. I actually like this. I think it's too long. This is their second try, I believe it is. Let's see. This is the second resume I submitted. I just created this, so I don't know the ratio. I'm trying to perfect it before applying. So pretty solid. There are some things we need to change. So one, every bullet point needs to have at least 3 keywords. And I see only about 2 in each of these. So examine jet engines approaching their end of life and use SolidWorks to create precise drawings. I'd rather you switch this up to say you created drawings of jet engines using SolidWorks blankety blank and blank to show technicians where to wield or scrap off material. That gets you more keywords. That gets them up front. That gives them a better context. Same amount of space. Then improve turbine blade design in X. Maybe this is a qualification. I didn't see it, but again, I can't be everywhere, so this might be one. Iteratively, after receiving criticism, engineers during daily stand-ups, resulting in design optimized for airflow. Here's the thing. I like this part. Again, I need more keywords in it, which I hate saying. That hurts my soul, but we do need a little bit more. 3 per bullet point. Resulting in a design optimized for airflow. You don't need to say that. You can just say to improve our airflow or something. Like, this is the part I don't really know if I need. I want you to change it to... Let's see. What would I change this to? I think changing the order of this would be better. So I would say received criticism from senior engineers during our daily stand-up and use that criticism to improve. No, there's a way to do it. You're on stream. This is going to take me a second, but there's a way we can improve it. So I could do that with you after this video. Simulated extreme vibrations on turbo blades using FEA and analyst to ensure they can withstand environmental loads. Good. So again, I just need a little bit more, and I think these sentences can be better. I think instead of 5, you want to aim for 4, and we want to crunch them up a little bit. But this stuff is good, and I think you're much closer than you were before. This is still good. I think this can probably get you interviews. I just want to make sure you get more interviews. So this is not a bad resume. I'm just being extra nitpicky because this is your second time on the channel submitting a resume. So to summarize, I just need a little bit more keywords in each bullet point, 3 minimum. I think you can get away with either 3 to 4 bullet points instead of 5. And I think your sentence structures are okay, but they can be a little bit better. And that is all I can do for this video. So thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share it to your friends and family that need help. I want to help as many people as possible get jobs. And if you ever need more help, you can always jump on my live stream like this person is every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST on twitch.tv/headlesshedhunter. And I will see you in the next video to help you get ahead of your job search.